political times on this show, but some aspects of our current politics are as reliable and as shameless as ever. Here, for example, is a statement from Republican Iowa Congresswoman Ashley Hinson. Quote, "This landmark investment will be game-changing for Iowans and communities along the Mississippi River." She's talking about an $829 million federal investment from President Biden's bipartisan infrastructure package that passed late last year, an investment that benefits her district. She goes on, "That's why I helped lead a bipartisan group of my colleagues in urging the administration to prioritize funding for these essential upgrades." There is just one problem with this statement. Republican Congresswoman Ashley Hinson, you will be shocked to hear, voted against the bipartisan infrastructure package. In fact, she was loudly, proudly against it. This is another one of her press releases a few days after that bill passed in November. It calls the bill the biggest leap towards socialism this nation has ever seen. Quote, "It takes the Marxist ideology that once only existed in textbooks and makes it law in the United States." So which one is it, Congresswoman? Is this bill Marxism come to life or a game-changing investment for Iowans? This week, Republican Congresswoman Kay Granger of Texas put out a statement praising a $403 million federal investment in her district, made possible because of the bipartisan infrastructure bill. She called it a great day for Fort Worth and says the investment will make Fort Worth safer and stronger. And she also voted against the bill. In fact, on the day it passed, Granger put out a press release calling it a so-called infrastructure bill that was radical spending on a liberal wish list. Now, these members of Congress aren't the first or only examples of Republicans taking credit for stuff from the bipartisan infrastructure package they voted against. Alabama Congressman Gary Palmer was in fact first. He took credit for the chunk of the bill that would benefit his home state the day Biden signed it, literally 10 days after he had just voted against it. And now, as we start to see the projects in the bill go from lines of text to actual broken ground and construction, get ready to see a lot more of this hypocrisy. And so the next time you see a congressperson taking credit for a big piece of infrastructure near you, especially if they're a Republican, it might be wise to just double check how they voted. I'm just saying.